Hello there, welcome to the Genius Studios Lab. I am Derek Keels, your host, and today we're going to be going over working with gradients in After Effects. If you could not tell from the title there, that's what we're working on in this tutorial. And so there are a few different techniques that I want to show you, and you can pick whichever one works best for you, or if you know all of these techniques, then you can use which one works best in a given situation. So anyway, the first thing you're going to want to do obviously is open up a composition, new composition, hit new, 1280 by 720. That's where I have mine set. My duration is 10 seconds. It doesn't really matter what your composition settings are really too much at this point. So then we're going to go to layer, we're going to go to new, and we're going to go to solid. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. Now we have a new solid here. I'm going to go to effect. I'm going to go down to generate. And then from there, I'm going to go down to ramp, and that creates a gradient. And so now I have a black to white gradient, and I can, make some adjustments to this by moving these little circles around, and adjusting it however I want to see it look. Or I can come over here and actually adjust the XY coordinates of the start of the ramp and the end of the ramp. So, I can do it that way. I can change it from a linear to a radial ramp and make some adjustments and stuff that way as well. So anyway, and all these are keyframeable. As you can see, they all have toggle switches, stopwatches on them, so you can really animate them however you see fit, or if you want to do that at all. So anyway, that's one method. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. The next method that we're going to dive into is by using a shape layer, and this actually gives you a bit more versatility. So all you have to do is come up here and double click on the square, and or the rectangle tool rather, and it pulls up your rectangle. Now I have a gradient set in here, but I'm just gonna come over here and just change that real quickly. This is probably more of what happened with your rectangle when you clicked on it. It just comes into a solid color. But as you can see, you can go over here to fill options, and you can change that to linear gradient, or you can change it to radial gradient. And so now you're using a shape layer instead of using a solid to make some adjustments. I'm just going to say okay on the linear gradient, and I'm going to go up here to the fill, and where this little box is here, you can just click on it, and I'm just going to delete some of these colors by clicking on them and hit delete. And so as you can see, you can make adjustments to your colors just like this. If I want to add another color, you just click add, and you can just change it to whatever you want to change it to. So anyway, that offers some more flexibility, and of course you can adjust the end points and the start points kind of the same way you adjusted the ramp. And you also can do it down here using these parameters and adjusting it as you see fit. And once again, these different attributes are keyframeable, so you can add keyframes and animate them as you see fit. So that's that. The last gradient technique I want to show you is actually called the 4-color gradient. And if you type in 4-color gradient in your effects and presets window, you can have it here. So what I'm going to do is open up a new solid just so we can apply it. Solid, new, and just hit OK. Then you can just come over here and drag this over, and now you essentially have 4 different colors that all kind of interact with one another, and you can use these little circles here to adjust the various parameters and whatnot. To oops, move the whole composition there. Didn't mean to do that. So you can adjust these different things. You can adjust the parameters over here as well, the XY coordinates, or you click on it and enter in a value if you know what values you want to use. And of course, once again, these are all keyframeable, so they all have the stopwatches next to them, so you can toggle the animation and do it as you see fit. So anyway, pretty simple tutorial, just kind of getting you started with how to make gradients and make your compositions, make your video projects really shine. So I hope you can take what you've learned today. If you've liked this tutorial, go ahead and hit the like button right underneath this video, and that would really help out. And go ahead and subscribe if you like what we're doing here at the Genius Studios Lab. Well, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I will see you on the next tutorial.